Hello and welcome. I guess it's time for me to hop on this bandwagon of talking about CNN and their little debacle that they've ran themselves into this past week. And I'm sure all of you already know, but here's the basic rundown. Donald Trump tweeted out a video of him when he was at some WWE thing or a wrestling thing, and somebody had photoshopped or superimposed the CNN logo onto somebody that Donald Trump then tackles down. And near the end of the video, FNN flashes up on the screen, which is a parody of CNN fake news network or something like that. CNN got really pissed off about that and thought that it was an incite against violence somehow. Draw to that conclusion. Not quite sure how they managed to reach that conclusion, but they did. So, like any sane person, they track down and try to lynch and threaten the guy who supposedly originally made that video, though he originally made it a GIF, and the one Trump tweeted was slightly different, or it was longer and it was an actual video. So CNN makes threats on this guy that, if he makes any of these so-called memes or something again, then they will release his personal information into the public, because that's what news networks today stand for, is social ostracization of the citizens that they supposedly are to serve. Now, I can't agree at all with what CNN is doing at this point, because really, they're going after people for supposed wrongthink, and I can't understand why they would want to do that. Or, well, I can understand, it's because they want to push their narrative of Trump's the supposed new Hitler and wants to shut down journalism. While I see where they're coming from at that, because Trump's called them out on their bullshit at this point, and their constant, non-stop lying to push this narrative that they dreamt up, their Russian thought baby, I guess, to call it that. Furthermore, I just want to say that what CNN's doing is horrible, and I find it despicable that a news organization as large as they are using that power that they have to shut down people that disagree with them. And that's all it is. Because CNN released that statement at the end where they said that they reserve the right to release his personal information and to actually dox the guy who made the GIF or the video, to dox his information if he were to change and start posting stuff like that again that disagrees with CNN. So in this day and age, you can't disagree with CNN or, I guess, mainstream media or media that is similar to CNN without having to worry about your information, your personal information as a private citizen, being leaked to the public or shown to the kind of people that will try and cause harm and violence against you for disagreeing or supporting someone they don't like, as in the case with what's going on with Trump and the username of the Redditor who did post the original video, was it Han Asshole Solo. Yeah, I just think it's completely crazy for news networks such as this to go out and try and silence people who aren't fully on board with this anti-Trump, or not even anti-Trump, but anti-CNN. I think that's the main reason why CNN's so aggravated by this, is because The video was mainly, it was only CNN that was photoshopped in, that Trump tackled. Or not tackled, but wrestled it down. So, CNN doesn't want people to post stuff that is anti-CNN. You can take from this, why? Yeah, so this is just where CNN is, and it's despicable. The media used to have this ground of, the media will try and publish what's true and get to the bottom of what's fake and stuff, but not try and push narratives or push a story to get clicks, as guy from CNN said with the whole Russian issue with Donald Trump. And the media used to be grounds of, we're gonna push honest, truthful narrative that just to show the people what's actually going on. And now they're a propaganda piece of some establishment, and seems to be more of a left wing, because from what I find, most of the bigger news networks like CNN have a left wing leaning. And being left wing isn't inherently bad, but when you're pushing a narrative that's obviously or is factually wrong and false, it does harm what you stand for as a media organization. So I'd just like to end this and say, these are my opinions on this whole CNN debacle, and I'd like for more people to start coming out and calling the mainstream media or CNN on their bullshit when it's so blatantly obvious that it's not true, or they're trying to push something here. And especially when they're targeting private citizens and threatening them into silence when they don't agree or are flat out disagreeing with what that company is trying to say. And I hope for the future that news organizations can actually turn around and start being these supposed high grounds and start actually enforcing ethics on their journalists, as ethics at this point have gone out the window, at least with CNN and some other organizations like MSNBC and whatnot. So to finish this, the CNN debacle is completely unethical with what they're doing. And it needs to stop. And we need to protect these citizens. I find it absolutely hilarious that Forge has decided to completely crash CNN's ratings on for their app on the Apple App Store and the Android Play Store. It's a good direction to go. It just ruin their ratings over this. So good job to those guys. I'll see the rest of you later.